Do you think we see them flip-flop like at Texas A&M and Indiana? That's what I'm curious about. Did Texas A&M, the way they beat Missouri and handled Missouri over the weekend, did that get the committee to say, okay, maybe this is the second best team in the country, where we saw Indiana have to do everything they possibly could to beat Penn State, and we needed a legacy Heisman type drive from Fernando Mendoza to get that win there in Happy Valley against the Penn State team that is just, they're dead. And they've lost 6 straight games now. Yes, Indiana wins. And I think we saw in the AP, and I don't know how much you can really, we're going to find out how much we can take away, I think, from the AP poll each week, starting on Tuesday night here, where we saw Texas A&M get a few more first place votes than we saw them get a week ago, and we saw Indiana's come down here. So I'm wondering if the committee's going to flip-flop those two teams. It's not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things, but I wouldn't be totally shocked if they do a little flip-flop.
Yeah, I think that there's, quality opponent eye test that Texas A&M had the better win this weekend than Indiana did. I mean, they go on the road to Mizzou. I know Mizzou was starting Matt Zollers with Bro Pribula being out with that ankle injury, but A&M just kind of took it to him. Like you could tell pretty early on, like there was that play where it was the biggest disaster you could have happen to you if you're Zollers, where he's getting sacked, and he gets sacked so hard that the ball just goes flying up in the air, gets intercepted by a defensive lineman, run all the way back to the 1 yard line. And you're like, oh boy, this is probably going to be one of those nights for Mizzou, huh? And A&M just kind of took it to him for the duration of that game, whereas Indiana, like you said, needed that last minute heroics from Mendoza in order to get it done. So it would not stun me if A&M checks in as the number 2 team this week in this particular iteration of the rankings. I still have the utmost respect for this Indiana team. Like, I think that you're allowed to have a game like that, over the course of a 12-game season, for crying out loud, in Happy Valley. You know that they're going to kind of throw everything at you. We'll get to that game a little bit more, but ultimately, I would not be surprised if there is a small shakeup where they flip-flop 2 and 3 with A&M checking in right behind Ohio State.
Right, and Indiana also blew a 10-point lead in the second half in that game too. So it's very much a "what have you done for me lately" type of thing here, but that is the world we live in when it comes to these rankings and in college football here in 2025.